what's going on, everybody? Static 212 here. Let's get into this. So, I saw Avengers Infinity War Friday night and Saturday night, and I went on Stardust and posted my review. I gave the film a 9.5 out of 10. Now, I actually had a day to think about this. I took some time, and I'm still going to go with that rating. The film is incredible. All right, I will tell you right now, the film is absolutely great. The action sequences are incredible. The casting, fantastic. Josh Brolin absolutely nails that as Thanos. He does Thanos justice. Everyone else, yeah, really great. There are some issues that I had. The biggest one had to be with Vision, because again, Avengers 2, Vision didn't do shit. Civil War, Vision still didn't do shit. And this one, yeah, Vision really didn't do much. And as much as I hate to say this, Vision was kind of useless. And he's not like that in the comics. I've known that for a while. Um, I will say this though, uh, that ending, holy hell! I thought I was ready for that, but I really wasn't. Um, Even seeing it the second time, yeah, I knew it was coming, but it still was just shocking. It's still one of those things where it's like, when you see it for the first time, you're just going like, okay, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. And when it happens again, you're just like, wow, no, I wasn't ready. That was insane. um, so I'm gonna go in depth review, and this is where pretty much spoilers are gonna be happening. So let's get into this. So first things first, the death count. Well, the movie starts off with the death of Loki and the death of Heimdall. Yeah, was not. I was expecting them to survive some way, but no, that just happened. I mean, the fact that Thanos picked up a god, grabbed him by the neck, and broke him. That is insane. That just shows you how powerful Thanos really is. And I know a lot of people are questioning, if you haven't seen this yet, you should probably stop watching this video right now. Stop watching any video right now and go see the film. All right? I'm going to reiterate that right now. You are in the spoiler section, okay? Um, Now, people are questioning the opening itself because Thanos, this version of Thanos, saves half of a population. So the Asgardian ship looked like it was being destroyed. But it looked like all the Asgardians were dead. But if I remember correctly, I think possibly Thanos probably split the ship in half. Maybe he captured some of the Asgardians and brought them on his ship. Who knows? But I don't think he killed every single person on that ship. I think he did what he was supposed to do. I think he killed half of them and saved the rest. Um, Now that leads me to my next area of topic, the second deaths. Gamora and Vision. Gamora was surprising, but you knew it was going to happen because of the fact of what the Red Skull said. And actually, you know what? This going back a little bit, let's talk about that Red Skull. That was quite a surprise to see Red Skull come back, and not only that, to bring back Hugo Weaving. That was actually really cool to see. I actually like the fact they brought him back because Hugo Weaving wasn't bad in the first Captain America film. The first Captain America film is not my favorite. I'll be flat out honest with you. It is not my favorite movie. All right. Cap 2 is still one of my favorites. It's still part of my top 5. Now, last night I actually stated, or the night before, I actually stated that Cap 2 was still my number one. However, after rethinking about that, I moved this to my number one spot. Mainly because this had the most surprises. Again, with the death of Gamora, the reveal that the Red Skull was in charge of protecting the Soul Stone. And just the ending in general. I mean, wow. But yeah, I'm jumping off topic here, but I'm going to hop back on to the Red Skull reveal. Again, yes, Red Skull, that was a major surprise, and that was a really cool surprise for me. Um, and the death of Gamora. Brolin nails this scene the most because, yes, Thanos loved Gamora. He really did love Gamora. He didn't love himself. He didn't love the fact that he had all his power. You could tell he didn't want to do it. The fact that he was crying, and Gamora even kind of mocks him, saying, "Oh, what are you crying for? You have nothing to cry about because you love yourself." But in fact, that's not true. He's willing, he's gonna do what is necessary to get all the stones. And if that means sacrificing Gamora, he's gonna do it. He doesn't want to, but he has to. And this is where Thanos makes a good villain. Because he's conflicted. You can see the confliction in him. You can see the torment that he's gonna go through after he does the deed that he's I mean, at the end of the film, he comes in, sees Wanda kill Vision, and he even says, "Look, I understand why you did it, but now is not the time to mourn." But he doesn't like grab Wanda and crush her head. He just grabs her and just consoles her for what she's done. What villain has ever done that in any superhero movie? Nobody. The only one that comes close to that is Michael Keaton in Spider-Man Homecoming. The fact that he knows that Peter is Spider-Man. The fact that he doesn't want to kill him. He even gives him an out. Again, Marvel is starting to come out with better and better villains. Killmonger. Killmonger was actually a good villain. He made T'Challa change his mind change the rules about Wakanda itself, about putting Wakanda in the spotlight, revealing that they had all this technology. That was actually really well done. And for me with Thanos, yeah, the original Thanos, he just wanted to wipe out the entire universe. This Thanos is much more believable because of the fact that he doesn't want to wipe out the entire universe. He wants to wipe out half the universe because he wants to bring balance, because he thinks that's what's right. And again, Brolin does an incredible job playing the Mad Titan. I mean, yeah. All right, so let's move on. So the last one, the death of Vision. Now, again, this is twice that he dies, all right? He dies once by Wanda, and then he dies by Thanos' hand. Yeah. Kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? You've got some guy that's so powerful that's got five Infinity Stones already attached to a gauntlet. Of course you're gonna argue with the person you love with about sacrificing them to save the planet, to save the universe. But again, going back to that scene where Thanos pops in, beats the crap out of everybody, and then sees Wanda kill Vision, and he even tries to console her and saying he understands why she did it. DC can't even come up with something like that. That's what makes this movie so incredible. Because again, yes, Thanos is a villain. Yes, you know he's going to win. Or you really don't know if he's going to win. But You kind of want him to, because you want a villain, because again, it's just it's unheard of. It's an unheard of thing to have the villain win. Okay? Um yeah. And when he does win, when he teleports to wherever he is and he's sitting down, the smile that he has on his face, it's not a good smile. It's more of a, I did what needed to be done, but I wish there was another way. You could see that in the smile. You could see that in his posture. Because, yeah, no one would listen to him. So he did it himself. Does that make him the bad guy? Yes, it kind of does. But does it make him a full-fledged bad guy? Not really. It actually makes him a tragic villain, because he had to do what was necessary. He had to do what was necessary to save the universe. To save the universe, okay? I know my review is very weird and all over the place, but yeah, this is live. Anyways, now, the death that got me the most, I'll be honest with you, has to be Spider-Man. Now, the first time I saw him die, I was like, wow, that's kind of low. But then I saw it again for the second time, and when I saw him begging and pleading to Tony that he didn't want to die, he wasn't feeling good, that he was begging and crying, for Christ's sakes. I mean, yeah, that actually got to me. It made me start to tear up a bit, because it was like, this kid just became an Avenger, and this kid is getting killed off. I mean, and again, I mean, Bucky disappears. Cap and Buck haven't seen each other since the end of Civil War, when he goes under. And once Thanos does the deed, he comes out and he just says, Cap? Or I think he says Steve. No, yeah, he says Steve. And then that's it. And that's when you realize that, wow, he did it. Thanos actually did it. Thanos won. Now, I actually read an article yesterday afternoon about a fan that said, what's more distressing about Spider-Man dying was the fact that he could feel it. Because of the fact that he had Spidey sense, he knew what was coming. And hence, that's why he was begging and crying and pleading with Tony. Because he knew what just happened. He knew Thanos used the Infinity Stones. He knew that half the universe was being wiped out. And he knew that he was dying. Now, for me, that makes that scene just 10 times worse. It makes that scene just worse in your heart, because it breaks you even more now. Because now you know that Peter was feeling it. Peter knew what was going on. Anyways, yeah. Well, there's more that I can say, but one of the things I really want to discuss is a theory that I have about the ending. Now, when the ending happened the first time, I had this theory that the characters you saw turn to ash were not actually dead, okay? But the ones that were still present, such as Black Widow, Cap, War Machine, Iron Man, Rocket, although I don't understand why Rocket was there, but yeah, whatever. All of them, Hulk, Thor, they were still there because they are the ones that actually died. Okay? Because, and this is a prime example for you, okay? I'll give you a prime example. Cap, when he goes up against Thanos, He's using all of his strength. You can see him using all of his strength against Thanos. And Thanos knows this is not a regular human being that I'm going against. But he takes one punch, and you can see from an aerial view, you can see Cap go down. Almost to the point that maybe Thanos broke his neck. Okay? Because Thanos just does this, okay? And he used a lot of power to knock Cap down, all right? Now, my theory again is this. The heroes that are still present on Earth are actually dead, okay? They're the ones that died. The ones that turned ash are the ones that are still alive. I know this is a far-fetched idea, a far-fetched theory, and I thought it was a good theory until I saw the after credits scene where Maria Hill and Nick Fury both turned to ash. Right then and there, I knew my theory went out the window because because Nick's died once. Maria has not died at all. So, yeah. I still want to believe in my theory, but I'm having a hard time doing it now because of the fact that, yes, Groot's gone, Drax is gone, Star-Lord's gone, Spider-Man's gone, Doctor Strange is gone, Black Panther is gone, Bucky's gone, Falcon's gone, Wanda's gone. Who else? I mean, oh yeah, Mantis is gone. Yeah, I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Now the rating itself, like I said, I did have issues with the film. The biggest issue that I had was, again, Vision. Vision just wasn't treated the way he should have been treated. All right. I understand why they made him weak, but at the same time, come on, Vision is supposed to be the second most, not supposed to be the second most, but he's supposed to be considered one of the strongest Avengers, besides that of Adam Warlock and Captain Marvel. Sorry, I'm yawning. I don't mean to yawn. Again, I saw the movie twice. I really thought about this. And my biggest thing for me, it has to be Josh Brolin's performance. Josh Brolin's performance, it's incredible. I can't wait to see him as Cable now in Deadpool 2, because, yeah. And I can't wait to see him come back as Thanos. I am curious to see how they're going to continue this story and see the return of the heroes that turned to ash. Anyways, again, if you haven't seen this film and you're watching this, shame on you. All right? You shouldn't be doing this to yourself. Do yourself a solid and go see the film. All right? Once again, I am Static212, and this has been my review. I said I was only going to watch this two times, but I got a feeling I might see it again. Don't know, but probably. Anyways, catch you later, ladies and gents. Stop. Oop.